10th of September is today, being Wednesday 2025. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is a breaking news that terrorists launch midnight attack on Kwara community, kill resident as governor vacation abroad. The issue of this Kwara state is complicating because, when Mahmuda terrorists enters Kwara, they establish cells in Kwara State. That time, we warn people that a new Benue is already underway in Kwara State. Now, how many of you remember the day Republic of Benin shut their border with Kwara State? And a lot of people don't even know that Kwara State has border with Cotonou, the Republic of Benin. So they shut the border because of the terrorist activities going on there. Now, let me shock you. This statement, at the time, it was going viral, made by Kwara Baraje is from the same Kwara State, who was boasting that they imported Fulani militia from Mali, Senegal, and other places to remove Goodluck Jonathan. Now, as I speak to you, in Kwara State, if you are following me on YouTube, so many villages are deserted. I publish the villages, I publish the videos. People are no longer there in some rural communities. So a new Benue is already underway in Kwara State. And this is what part of their citizens, when I mean citizens, the origin of Kwara State did. They were boasting that they imported Fulani militia to remove Jonathan. So who is suffering from it today? Yes, everybody, including me, we are suffering it. By the way, even in my community, that was the beginning of last year. People did not go to farm because of the Fulani militias and the farms. You can't do anything. Not because they were coming for grazing. These are not herdsmen. Okay, these are not herdsmen at all. Right from time, we used to see herdsmen in Nigeria. They are not, troublesome. They don't carry weapons. They don't terrorize. Until these people imported these people, they armed them to come and destabilize the nation. And if they come to national television, they will tell you that they did not bring them to scatter Nigeria. You brought someone to destabilize the nation, to scatter a nation. You say you did not bring them to scatter Nigeria. What is Nigeria? So sometimes I am still trying to comprehend the way we reason in this country. I'm still trying to understand the way we reason. Some people said they brought militia from outside the country, from Sahel, to destabilize the nation, but not to destabilize the country. So when they came now, they said they did not use them again. The purpose why they brought them was not necessary. They did not use them. So you used them, you did not use them. Okay, you brought them. Where are they? I thought this is a question that the DSS, police, everybody, including the celebrities we have in Nigeria, the activists, this is a question they're supposed to be asking. You brought millions of people, as you claim. I am not saying it. Nobody's saying it. You people still come out to boast about this. You brought, people from outside the country. Where are they? That is the question people are failing to ask. And for you to get the answers to the question, let me draw you back to the time administration of Muhammadu Buhari wanted to set up Ruga. That was the purpose. They wanted to confine these people to a particular place or places, the whole country. That was the purpose of Ruga at that time. They wanted to position them, but people disagree. Someone like Tom fought hard to make sure they resisted them in Benue State. By now, Benue State would be like Kwara. Kwara was Yoruba land or still Yoruba land, but they have taken over Kwara State. That is what they wanted to do in Benue State too. So all these things are going on, and people don't want to understand that the doomsday clock is already moving. It's already moving. So what happened? Terrorists locally known as bandits launched a deadly overnight attack on a settlement in Bokunji, Tsaragi community, Edu local government area of Kwara State, killing one person and rustling several cows. Now, like I said before, you see all these terrorists that they imported, they are hungry. They don't have anything. They don't have food. They rustle cows. They kidnap people. They kill people. Politicians use them. Send them on an errand. You give them money. They will go, It's terrifying. Anyway. Now, Sarah reporters gathered that the incident occurred around midnight and into Wednesday morning, leaving residents in shock and fear. Sources told Sarah reporters that the assailant stormed the community at about 12 a.m., shooting sporadically to scare residents before cutting away dozens of cattle. So when is all these things going to stop? For me, it will never stop. State police might help, but state police can't stop all these things, okay? And I believe that the only thing that can stop this is regional autonomy, security and resources should be regional. That is the minimum, something that could stop all these things. And if not that, I think a referendum should be conducted. I'm saying this not because there is any region that is pure. I'm saying this not because there is any region that is perfect. The North, the South, the East, the West, nobody is perfect. Nobody is pure. But I think that each region can go and manage their own problem. That is the best thing to do. And that was the purpose of Aburi Accord. Anyway, ask go on why they did not implement the Aburi Accord.
We have a confession that the media has not given appropriate attention. Kawu Baraje Alhaji was a leading chieftain of the APC, and he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. He has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. This is public. Why is the media not following up? Why are we not asking for accountability? So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. My name is Martin Onobo. I said it. APC is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Ask me for the evidence.
What are the facts?
Good. I just gave you confession of Kawu Baraje.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, Miyetti Allah made a public statement that if you want peace in your state, don't call any meeting. Provide land for Fulanis in your state. Public statement. Miyetti Allah. Miyetti Allah is a collaborator with the ruling party. We had a report that the ruling party funded Miyetti Allah to the tune of 100 billion. I wasn't there when the payment was made, but that's in the public domain. We had an official report that the government of Nigeria was going to establish a radio station in collaboration with Miyetti Allah, where Fufude, the Fulani tribal dialect, will be the language of communication. Now, interestingly, you asked me for facts. We have it on the authority of the Ondo State government that the PRO of Miyetti Allah in Ondo State led the criminal suspect gang that killed Parafashoranti's daughter. That is on the authority of the Ondo State government. And they have been arrested. And the leader of the gang is the PRO of Miyetti Allah in Ondo State. We have it on the authority of the Nigerian police that a headsman was arrested with a military rifle in Plateau State. I have the number of the rifle. I can send it to you by SMS. I just need to check my records. I have the rifle number. We have it on the authority of retired Colonel Nyam that the Fulani headsmen repelled in Ogoja were using Nigerian army rifles from the barracks in that vicinity, and that the soldiers came to collect the rifles back. Now, who is the commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces? Who should be responsible for the activities of these armed forces? We have it on the authority of General Danjuma. Danjuma has commanded these forces. We have it on the authority of General Danjuma that the armed forces are conniving with the bandits that are killing citizens. How much more evidence do you want? How much more evidence? We have hard physical evidence. We have testimonies from relevant authorities. How much more evidence do you want to know that the ruling party in Nigeria, the APC, is the sponsor of insecurity and terrorism? How much more evidence? I don't need any more evidence. I am 1000% convinced, and nobody has contrary evidence. The APC, the ruling party in Nigeria, is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria.
That is damning. For the fact that the Nigerian government sponsored terrorism has finally been institutionalized under this Buhari's regime.
I forgot one point. The trial in Dubai. The trial in Dubai, where some Nigerians were convicted for terrorism financing in Nigeria. The published report said that they were traced to people high up in government. So how much more evidence do we need? All the evidence is out there.